So good morning, everyone. I'd like to introduce Madeline Barclay, who's on the other screen here, and my name is Nick Harding. We're the team from HA behind the Courtyard House.
Our clients, a professional couple, aspired to an idyllic, minimalist sanctuary with an abundance of natural light on this south-facing site in Hawthorn. It was a pure brief in many ways, a forever home specific to the clients, with no real need to maximise yield for resale purposes. It was not an extension, but rather a reconfiguration, a 3-bedroom home on a similar size footprint to the existing house. The client's sincere belief in Zen principles called for an east-facing yoga studio and study and an onsen ensuite connected to nature. 2 designated working spaces were also required.
Property-specific covenant required a sensitive heritage response. We were required to maintain the garage while the rear addition was bound by the existing materiality of brick, stucco, timber windows and terracotta roof tiles. The driveway on the western side of the house increased the frontage visible from the street.
These heritage constraints ultimately drove our design solution to maintain the existing roof line while carving out a large courtyard to the eastern side of the house. This incision addressed the project's competing demands for both preservation and transformation and underpinned through sincere passive design principles. Primarily, the focus was providing a north-facing solar access area to the main living areas and an east-facing yoga studio.
The existing roof line was carried around the perimeter of the home. The roof pitches down towards the courtyard. The roof angle of the living pavilion was derived by the optimum angle for the solar array. The insertion of the courtyard is realised utilising timber. Our creative interpretation of the covenant permitted the use of timber in the form of screens and facade spandrels. This secret courtyard has been kept for only those who experience the home within.
On a moderately sloping site, Courtyard House unfolds as a sequence of defined yet connected spaces. Each level change offers a directional shift in focus. The front bedrooms, the study and yoga space, and the kitchen, living, dining room. All spaces have views to garden. This connection to nature is a primary consideration that underpins the planning of the house.
At the front of the property, the heritage facade has been restored to its original glory, maintaining the beautiful LED lights, rejuvenating the stucco and replacing the roof tiles. The front garden is a manicured Japanese dry garden. It gives a subtle suggestion for what lies beyond.
Upon arrival, the tranquil mood is set by the timber-lined entry, itself inspired by the original deco interior features of the home. Concealed in the wall panelling, hidden doorways lead to 2 existing bedrooms. Natural light subtly draws you forward, a deliberately convoluted entrance that extends the sense of intrigue.
Upon turning the corner, you are met with the first glimpses of greenery and the outdoors. Looking across from the bathroom to the private garden, a threshold between old and new.
Looking towards the rear yard, a lush backdrop of bamboo draws you further forward. To the right, the study is a multifunctional space, a workspace and east-facing yoga studio to capture the morning light. To the left, a generous east-facing deck.
Finally, the central courtyard is revealed. The focal point is a large Japanese maple with gently trickling water feature. Bamboo adds depth to the green backdrop against the eastern boundary.
Operable timber batten screens comprise the courtyard's 3 sides. The timber screens allow the inhabitants to adjust for changing light and climatic conditions. On this north-facing facade, a shift to horizontal battens responds to the specific solar orientation and creates subtle textural shift.
With the bifold screens and windows open, the living room extends into one generous north-facing outdoor room. This deck remains clear for circulation. The picture window provides a considered view to the rear garden.
Descending the final step, we arrive in the primary living, dining and kitchen space. Derived from the existing roof geometry, the double height living room creates a sense of spaciousness which is unique to this room.
The kitchen ceiling tapers down to a hip to align with the existing roof line. Timber veneer joinery provides warmth to the room. Large sliding doors connect the kitchen to the rear garden and deck.
Moving into the rear garden, we see the bamboo backdrop with carefully placed stones. This area is intentionally minimal as the purpose of this space is primarily to be viewed from within the home.
Looking back through the picture window, the brick lintel above the window reads as brick from an existing fireplace of the home.
Moving back to the existing front rooms of the house, the guest bedroom acts as an homage to the original home. The fireplace, picture rails, and windows have all been restored. The site foreman demonstrated his craftsmanship by beautifully restoring this space. There is a seamless connection between the new joinery and the historic craftsmanship of the existing home. For example, demonstrated by this discreet pivot door, tucking neatly into the existing picture rail.
Within the main bedroom, the walk-in robe provides privacy to the sleeping space and doubles as a bedhead. The ensuite is designed around a traditional onsen bath with considered views to the private courtyard. An openable timber gate allows for either a secluded bathing experience or a holistic courtyard view.
The client from the outset of the project was passionate about establishing a traditional Japanese garden. The landscape was a sincere collaboration between clients, Kahara Landscape and HAR. The Japanese maple was always the spiritual centre of the house from the beginning of the concept.
The courtyard incision underpins what is fundamentally a passive design approach, providing living spaces with northerly orientation, cross ventilation, and a concrete slab for thermal mass, and operable external sun shading. The project also incorporates thermally broken windows, hydronic heating with electric heat pump, and a 6 kilowatt solar array.
On one hand, Courtyard House is a minimalist renovation, distilled down to its most earnest and functional construction. On the other, it benefits from the client's considerable investment in design for longevity. The triumph of this project is the ambitious concept realising in a personal experience we've created for our clients, coupled with the fact that there is little evidence of a contemporary renovation from beyond the home.
However, it's the sensory experiences of the courtyard that best exemplify the realisation of our client's vision. It's the trickling of running water and the rustling of bamboo in the breeze, and the shadows cast from the timber screen battens that reflects the change from morning to evening and summer to winter. Thank you very much.